I think was it Charlemagne? Well, it might have been Charlemagne. Yeah. And they're doing the interview at one point, and they're just walking through this glorious field of
like fucking nuts.
Yo, mad acres.
It's fucking nuts.
Mad acres.
It's fucking nuts.
It's crazy.
The crib is crazy. The crib is great. Like, but yo, you can hire a fire squad, a special firefighter squad.
Bro, when you got it, you got
What?
it.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's one of those things. When
That's
you got
facts.
it, you got it. That's what it comes down to.
So what are the billionaires getting? Jesus Christ.
They get more than that.
I know.
Listen, man,
The
welcome
Air
back
Force.
to another episode of Opinions and Consequences, episode 22. Benty Dose.
Benty Dose.
Yeah, tell them on there, bro.
Tell them
on
on
there. Come on.
Nacho book.
Yo, I'm your host, AJ McLaughlin.
Clinton E. Martinez.
Listen, we got a very special guest here today, Mr. Zach.
Zach.
I'm not gonna say your last name. I'm not gonna be responsible for that.
Zach Johnson.
Zach
Johnson, like the golfer, but not the golfer.
He said not the golfer. He said my swing ain't that good.
Kevin Johnson. See, you got Magic Johnson. Listen, Johnson has a last name got some perks.
Nah, there's a lot of Johnsons.
There's a lot of Johnsons.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
One of my favorite
baseball.
pitchers.
Yeah, Randy.
He hit the bird that time. Remember that? He hit the bird.
Blew up.
100 mile
It
an
blew
hour.
up. Everybody's like, yo, you know how many times I had to slow that down just to like see the bird go, like.
Bro, that's crazy.
How hard? Like,
yo,
with
he
what
had
force?
a heater. Like, I don't know if you guys know Randy Johnson, the pitcher, the Hall of Famer.
The Hall of Famer.
Wow.
This dude was throwing 100.
He played for
The Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
Went and Kurt Schilling was
Kurt
on
Schilling,
the
yep.
Yes,
And then
he
he went on New York.
He went to
In
New York.
That's
when he got into some shit.
Right,
in New York. So he had problems in New
the
York
Red
with
Sox
people.
and Yankees were real. I mean, they're over. That rivalry is crazy. But like
they're always
early 2000s,
Yeah,
it was up
He
there.
was still throwing 102 in his last years. Like, it was nothing.
Cooking with grease.
Forget if it was like slider or his curveball.
It was something, but
Nah,
yeah,
that's
that's
fast. I think his primary was as fast.
Was it this fast?
I think it was
It
his
had to be
fastball.
fast
I
because
swear that was what it was. It was
He
his
was cooking it
fastball.
at least.
But
at
he-
least
that
90,
was mean.
99 to 100.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
what does your arm feel like after every throw?
That's an ice pack.
I always
ice
watch
pack
them. They got the
when I-
big thing of ice. I'm like, damn,
That's
yo,
an ice
Tommy
your arm must
John
be
every
cooking.
game. After
Yeah.
every game.
Listen, so
seriously.
for the people and the viewers out there that do not know Mr. Zach, Zach is in the media industry.
Absolutely.
Like, kind of elaborate in terms of what part of it. Like, what do you consider your specialty and your expertise in that area? Like, is it more music videos, weddings, or is it
Right.
are you a well-rounded person? Like,
I feel like I'm very well rounded. I think that my favorite thing to do is the music videos, just because I have a lot of creative control over it. I love collaborating with artists and everything like that.
That's dope.
But then also at the same time, I love working weddings. I love making people's pretty much dream come a reality.
And
Just
that's
in
dope,
terms of-
man. I always admire that, because you know what I mean. Because me being in that industry, I love to hear that people's other different creativities and all that stuff, and
Absolutely.
it's amazing, man. Like, what a lot of people don't understand is that when you create something like this, it's so much more personal.
It is
You know,
personal.
you know what I
It
mean?
is
I don't know
personal.
how you feel about it. That's how I feel about stuff, you know?
It is personal, just like me having my own hand on that, and just even people just trusting me with their wedding. It's
And
like, that's crazy.
Like, I could really make you look bad right now. Nobody want to look bad at their wedding. Like,
No one.
I'm gonna make sure I get that bad picture of you falling. Like.
Wait, so do you do pictures or videos?
I do video. I'm mostly a videographer.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? I have yet to meet somebody that does both. It's I don't want to say it's almost impossible, but being able to do both photography and videography,
I do both, but just in terms of the wedding stuff,
Yeah.
it's just for me. I just would have to do a few more weddings with pictures and everything that, just because it's yo, woo. I feel like it's just a little bit more nerve-wracking doing the pictures, in my opinion, but that's coming from somebody that does videos every day. You know what I mean?
No, and that's the thing though. So I try to tell people that when you create videos, you're just creating videos, but photography is a whole nother ball game.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Photography, you got Photoshop, you got all of that stuff going on. But
Lightroom, what have you.
Yeah, exactly. So you're messing with colors, lighting, and all that stuff, and I'm like, you know what? fuck this. I'm not like, I'm like, you know,
I think the difference, the main difference is, not even that, because with the family portraits and everything like that, I feel like the photographers really have a hand. Oh, you need to move like this. As a videographer, I'm not really too worried about like the family like gathering. Oh, getting together because it just becomes the same shot over and over again.
That's what it is. Yeah.
What I usually do have a hand in, or every single time I do have a hand in, is the couple video. You know what I mean? When they're together, when they're walking
the
through
moments.
the field, the moments.
The moments, yeah.
No, absolutely.
He's the moment guy.
The moment.
And it's so funny.
Sports.
It's so funny because it's like, yo, like, yeah, like put your arm around him and everything. Like, yeah, just we're going for a kid. It's like, yeah.
Do you go back to the prom pose? Do you do the prom pose?
Yeah, the
like,
prom
I feel like everyone has
prom pose is solid.
What is it like?
It's the one where you stand in front of you. Gotta you kind of do
one
the
hand on the knee.
Yep.
You do the
gotta
knee.
turn it like. Yeah, that's
Chin up.
I like my stuff to be a little bit more intimate, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
try catch and groping each other
right
real quick.
on,
Just go on that corner. Click,
yo,
click,
grab a
butt real quick. Just grab a butt.
Just grab it and grin.
Growl. Like, damn, Holmes.
I mean, this is like that's a reality.
Yeah. That's reality. What happens in weddings. This is what happens.
Let me ask you something. Like, you know, with now modern day society and how social media has been taken off, do you ever feel pressured into producing your work faster than scheduled? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like,
yo, I need this in a month.
Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, it's
like,
a 6-month project.
Like, you know, just based off of how everything moves nowadays. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you ever feel like pressure?
I definitely do. I definitely think there's a lot more pressure. I even bought a more high speed laptop. Well, because mine was like almost out, pretty much out. It was like 2010 Mac.
He was like, I need to get.
But I mean, I got like a 2017, 2018 Mac, and it just produces. I'm able to edit like so fast now. It's unreal. But yeah, there definitely is, man. There definitely is, because there's other creatives that I follow, and there's always that competition, man. Like no one wants to talk about it, but there's always competition. Who can put out more stuff? Who can put out the quality stuff? And it's just branding. Whenever you put out a video, it's like, I can get another job from this. Why wouldn't you put it out? You know what I mean?
And that's what it is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like, you know what I mean. Like at times, I do agree with you. Like I feel like sometimes social media puts a little bit too much pressure on being able to produce things as in a faster pace. Just because I feel like if you feel that's not ready to be released, I don't feel like I should be pressured into releasing it.
Right. No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that 2000%.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be I think I'm just so young in my career that there's going to be a time where like I'm like, I don't care about, like, you know, I've already like made my statement in this game. And I can release stuff when I feel like.
He's out here leaving prints.
Yeah, I'm trying to leave
prints,
man.
That's a footprint. That's a footprint. That's how like.
He's out here just chopping wood down.
Once I leave my bro, I'm out. Like,
trying to do the impossible. You know?
No, I did that. I did. You know what's so funny, man? I realized too. I realize nowadays in modern society, yo, have you realized that they don't make classics anymore? Like when it comes to movies,
see,
I feel no.
This is a spicy conversation.
No, because I feel like spicy. I feel Think about it. How many? Hear me out. How many classics growing up do we know of? Like I'm talking about classics, like instant classics, like
movies.
Yeah, like compared to now. Look
see,
at you.
No, that's not fair. But see, that's not fair. We had a majority of our lifetime with those movies. You gotta remember, we're not gonna know more classic movies now. We'll appreciate them in a couple years or so.
Okay.
So it's like classics are built off of. We can't say, oh, well, when we were this age, it was that. That doesn't make sense because we grew up in the movie. So like that was like, okay, we grew up wrestling. We thought that shit was real. How quick did that go away? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got, but it's still classic though, right? But the stuff that we thought, it's still classic in our mind. Fair to say, we remember Yokozuna and Undertaker fighting. I know I do.
I do too.
So that was a classic moment, but that shit was fake as hell. Now that we see
but I'm saying movies. I'm not talking about TV.
But I'm just using that as a general like consensus. I'm just saying like that's the same thing. Like You gotta give it time. We grew up.
Okay. What,
like above the rim.
I respect that, but I do also think that there's not gonna be like another Bronx Tale. There's not gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
There's not gonna be another Jurassic Park.
Y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that,
bro. Okay, hear me out though.
We hold them to a higher light. That's not fair.
Bullshit.
Yes, we do.
Man. I feel like
you guys don't think we hold those movies to a higher light.
I feel like nowadays. I feel like since they want to get this out, I feel like they just want to get it out.
Okay.
Work on the next project.
One question: was Avatar a classic?
It changed the game.
Exactly.
It changed the game.
Okay, and that's a recent one. That's probably harder than most of the ones we think.
Okay,
Boy, you reaching. That was one.
But that's oh, that was
right? Avatar. He's like, okay. Name me one kids one. That's a classic. Now,
I don't watch kids movies.
But come on.
Oh, kids movies, Incredibles. That's their time. That's a recent. That's a classic.
I would say
Finding Nemo. That's a classic. That's their time. That's not our time.
That's kind of our time.
That's us.
No,
Finding Nemo, bro.
That's more their time than our time.
No, bullshit, bro. Bullshit, man. I'm gonna give.
When's the end? Like, what would you like to turn? Like, what? What year?
Like 2000. Like after 2000. Let me see. All those classics. Wait, after 2000, and I'll say like 8 or 9, somewhere in that. When 300 came out, that's when I'm gonna stop my classics in my mind.
What?
When I'm stopping at that like.
Okay,
year.
okay. Let's say 10 years. 10 years. Let's say 2007.
2008. It's 2008. It's 2018. Come on. 2008.
Okay.
2008. Okay.
How many you could say that really like there's like classics that came out since
Bad
2000?
Boys came in before that. Okay. After. Okay, we're talking about the prime time period. Shit. Damn, that's tough. I gotta really say. I gotta really say.
That's what I'm saying because there is.
But see, the ones I think are classics are like, what I'm gonna say off the top are like Casino, The Godfather, Heat. Like those are classics. Now think of when those movies were made. A majority of those were before I was even born.
No, I dig that, but I'm saying during our time.
And then when we got so then above the rim, above the rim would be our thing. Like you know what I'm saying? That'd be our. That's like
White Man Can't Jump. That's a classic.
Well, Above the Rim's a classic. See?
Sandlot, classic. Little Rascals, classic. Independence Day, classic. JP, Jurassic Park, classic. Forrest Gump, classic.
Well,
these are all classics.
Look at those times. Look at those times.
Look at those times.
That's our childhood, so we hold it to a higher regard.
Oh my God.
You have to think like that. You got to remember, as a kid, you're more naive and you hold something to a higher regard. So think about it. We built this thing up since we were kids. Think about it. We just said there could never be a Bronx Tale. You know how many movies we probably could look at, we could look up right now and be like, damn, actually that movie was hard. Or damn, we just don't look at that. We don't hold them to that high of a regard because of our ages. So if you grow up with certain things, it's like SpongeBob. Was that our time or their time?
SpongeBob was their time.
Okay, but that's a classic. You see what you mean?
It is.
It's like certain things they'll trigger.
I don't know about that, bro, because that I feel like that was art. Like
no, y'all keep trying to take our time.
Hold on,
Blue's Clues is our time. Like you know what I'm saying?
Like I'll give like
Rugrats is our time.
Rugrats, like
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold is our time. Like that's our time. You see what I'm saying?
Wonder Years.
SpongeBob came after all that. Think about that. So that's their time, but I'm not saying crazy after, but like that to them.
I'm just saying like when I was 4 or 3, like SpongeBob was like just came on TV, so maybe like
see, so that's what I'm saying. That's his time.
Yeah.
He's 24, so you gotta remember Ash. Like, so do you consider Heat a classic movie?
Heat.
Casino's
classic.
Goodfellas.
That's
so you see,
that's
like
obvious,
certain ones you can say, that's why I'm like, you gotta remember, bro. We hold it to different regard. It's just different regard. It's all perspective.
Have y'all seen that movie Ex Machina?
You know what?
It's on Netflix. I want to watch it.
Machina.
Everybody said go watch it.
Swear to God, watch that tonight.
Ex Machina.
Watch that tonight. That movie.
It sounds.
It sounds like it's like AI. It's like artificial intelligence, right? Yeah, I
saw
it.
Is it with that girl? Scarlett?
No.
Which one's the one?
That one was horrible.
She did like some futuristic.
Yeah, that shit was trash.
That's what I'm thinking.
That shit was trash. No, Ex Machina, I heard it's good. No, that shit was trash.
That shit was poop.
That shit was horrible.
I'm
How
like,
do you remember? I remember I wasted like 2 hours of my life watching that shit.
Yo.
It was like, so it had a metaphor to it, but God knows that movie was horrible.
It was horrible. Like,
oh my
I'm talking
Lord.
about, like, horrendous.
Jesus Christ, that hurt. But Ex Machina, yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because everybody said it's really dope. Now, is that a classic?
Shout out to Mel. Shout out to Mel. She just said, Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
That is a
good
classic.
call.
But like you were saying, like,
but that's
it needs
that's
to-
our time.
Nah, that is.
Yo,
Like,
okay,
kind of
then.
like you were. It needs to develop.
It gotta
Like,
develop.
It gotta develop.
It's,
Yeah,
it gotta, it's like
develop.
it's like a
But
kid coming in the
it's
NBA.
a
You gotta
also-
develop, baby.
It's almost like choosing like people to get into the Hall of Fame and everything like that. It's like it's like, yo,
have you done enough?
People at the All-Star level. It's
That
like,
was
yo.
there, but it's like
I mean, shoot, that got a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know what I'm saying?
Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna let that win in.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna let that get in there. Like I said, it's just higher regard,
Rotten
bro.
Tomatoes be giving 12%.
Oh yeah,
1%.
No bullshit.
they said Venom was gonna be trash. It wasn't that bad, man.
I heard people liked it.
I'm telling you, man, it wasn't that bad.
I'm not even lying. I still haven't seen Venom and I haven't seen the new Avengers movie.
Wow.
The newest one. The newest one.
He's a media guy too.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? He's a media guy. Okay. All right.
It is my biggest.
bad.
It is my biggest.
Right,
knock.
yo, no bullshit.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's like the movie thing because like I feel like I get so like caught up in my work that it's like, you know what I mean.
That's good. See,
that's
yeah,
what it is.
you gotta say keep focused. This is like if I start watching your shit, I'm not working on my shit. I can see how that could work too.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean it's a great theory because you have to have focus. I feel like in that business because you guys. That editing and all that stuff is like it could go bad. Like you could make a couple
that
mistakes.
shit go sour real.
One client be like, "What the hell is this shit?" Like, oh,
yo, straight up.
Oh,
Matter of fact, we got listen, man. First and foremost, we gotta take a shot.
Yeah,
we gotta take a shot for guess what, man, Mr. R.I.P. Mr. Stan Lee, bro. We
the
gotta take a shot for him, man.
Oh,
like,
man.
listen, I don't know what you want. What's your
whatever you
light
have,
or dark? Okay,
whatever you having, bro.
Man, look, man,
Take your poison.
Listen.
just take a bottle.
Thank you, sir.
I know, right?
Just take.
Yeah.
Oh, and you poured the drink.
Man, tip your
Thank you,
bartender.
sir.
What the?
Nah, for real.
No
Yo, when
bullshit,
people
yo.
don't tip the bartender,
No bullshit. Can you tip your bartender?
Listen, ladies that are bartenders.
Hey, wait, can I put it back? Not
R.I.P. Stan,
R.I.P.
man.
Stan, man.
Stan.
Oh my god.
Put some hair on your
Not
shit,
Stan
huh?
Van Gundy.
1922.
Damn, 1922?
He was born
Yeah,
in 1922.
yeah.
Bro.
That is fucking nuts. He has seen
95 years old.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
He got to
95,
see
bro.
to see racism through everything. Then he got to fucking see the Vietnam War, the World Wars. Like, yo, that's
Fucking
nuts.
World War I.
That
World
is
War
nuts.
II. You know,
Do you guys want to live that long?
Shit, yeah.
It's just
yeah.
crazy how he reflected culture after all these years.
And that's what it is, though. Like, but you know what it is? I had, shout out to Jay at Body Fat, but like we had a conversation today, and I was like, yo, you know what? I don't care. I was never a fan of Stan Lee.
You a fan of his work?
Of Marvel.
Yeah,
I was a fan of his work.
So that makes
it's
you a fan of him.
No, it doesn't make me a fan of him because it's like realistically, and no disrespect to him, he passed on, but like my thing is just like I don't feel that I never wanted to know more about Stan Lee. I wanted to know more about his work.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying though? It's just
I
and
can
that's my
understand
thing.
where that's coming from.
You see what I'm saying though? And so when people are sitting there like, oh, yo, he did this, he did that, he did this, I'm like,
It's not the person, it's the brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's a different
it's
relation
just-
for me.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know he was a co-creator too. There was two of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But we all know Stan Lee. What's the other guy's name?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Isn't that crazy though to think? Like,
But,
so there's two of us.
but that's what I'm saying though. So like it's kind of messed up for us to sit here and be like, oh, Stan Lee was so inspiring, such a great guy when we never gave a fuck.
Yeah, we didn't.
We never cared.
That's honest.
Like you know what I mean? That's the real shit. Like
we were more about the work.
Last year, did you go look up all of his shit? No. You just worried about Black Panther. What time it came out? Like that's the honest.
But is that the same thing we can say with Steve Jobs then?
No, but Steve Jobs is different.
See, why is he different?
Because
we didn't give a fuck about Steve Jobs. Yeah, we actually did give a fuck about Steve Jobs.
No, yeah, because Steve Jobs.
And we knew Steve Jobs was a prick. No,
but see, Steve Jobs was different because he reflected more of himself in the work. Like he was very outspoken about his work. So it's a little different thing about Steve Jobs because Steve Jobs was, you know what I mean. Regardless, you know what I mean. I didn't give a fuck. I got an iPod anyway. So, but at the same time, I feel like with Steve Jobs, he was much more in the limelight. Of course.
Yeah, he was
much more in the limelight. Stan Lee, obviously.
Stan Lee was only in the limelight for the movies. He wasn't like in the limelight anywhere else. I don't recall Stan Lee being in anything else. Like it was until he started those cameos, and then people figured out.
Yo, the cameos, yeah.
He's the guy who made Marvel.
I wonder how, like, I know this sounds like wicked crazy. I wonder how they would like work him into some type of like cameo, like just like in terms of his name, like being on something or like you know what
moving
I mean,
forward,
like
like on the corner
they
brim
but they did it on whatchamacallit.
On what?
They did it for dude from oh my god, I was about to say Need for Speed. Fucking this movie.
Oh, you're talking about Paul
Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
They did it for him. They did some like
like the weird
stuff.
twist. Oh yeah. When
They
he
did
was
that.
but that was the last one. Well, the last alleged. We don't know how many Fast Furious.
Yo, I gotta bring it back to the Black Panther. Yo, the funniest tweet I saw all year was, y'all gonna stop with that Wakanda shit.
Oh
yeah.
No,
I thought that was so funny, yo.
The word it was too soon when they did it, but it was somebody put on Twitter that was like, yo, when the Avengers beat Thanos, Stan Lee will return. I was like,
oh yeah, that's too soon. Oh,
that's way too soon.
That's too soon.
That's way too. He said that's way too soon.
That's a low. God damn, let the man go for a couple weeks. Like,
he said, yo, he's gonna return.
He didn't even waste a day.
People aren't shit. Jesus Christ, these movies are vicious.
Are undefeated. Undefeated.
Oh my god.
Undefeated. Yo,
completely.
How
You know what's funny that we don't talk about either sometimes? We don't like really sit back and like just think like, damn, like 15 years ago. Let's just say 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We did not have the capabilities of technology and things that we do now. Like I always sit here and think like, fuck. Like, now you can FaceTime someone. The closest thing we had was instant messenger.
But we went through, what's crazy, we went through all of it. We were seeing
we
all
saw
the
it, like,
changes.
develop. Like,
we saw
like, this is insane to see. Like, now when I sit here and I'm like, wow, we have fucking clothes that you can touch. And, it's to that point where cars are parking themselves. Like, what the fuck? Like, when I look at they're driving themselves. Like, you know, Back to the Future, when we used to see that, we didn't think that shit was real. And it was like, yes, that flat screen TVs. Like, I always bring it back to that in my mind. Like, wow, the first flat screen TV I ever saw was in Back to the Future, the actual movie. And we were like, that's bullshit. That's never happened. Here goes the flat screen. Now the flat screen's like
I
everybody.
feel like that was a lot of movies. A lot of movies reflected the future. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think like the 80s was big for that. The 80s and early 90s was like, yo, we're gonna show them how the future look like.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean.
Like, films can really.
I think technology was just so early on back then. That they had to know something. Like, they had to know that it could advance or whatever. You know,
and at the pace it advanced.
But then again, it's the imagination. Like, you know what I mean.
Right.
Like, you know, we could go all the way back when Leonardo da Vinci was building tanks before there was tanks and like
doing
you know,
the impossible.
doing all that shit.
Just
you know what I
fucking,
mean?
I'm gonna
like,
do this shit.
So like, you know what I mean? You gotta sit there and think like, was this dude sniffing kerosene?
Like, how the fuck were you thinking like that?
Who thought about this? Like, you know what I mean? So it's amazing how certain people think and they could create all this shit in their mind.
And then there's basic things like that people invented that we don't even like appreciate, like a zipper. Do you ever like shit like that?
That was
like YKK, like they thought of that and they've been running that forever, and we don't appreciate shit.
I feel like that was a high thought.
It was, but it's just like we
we
don't appreciate certain things that we should, that are so basic.
Did they email you?
No, but I was like,
I feel like they emailed
this
us
has been a sponsored
like a
message.
blender, like no, but like other things that like
the
little. I'm talking about little things. I'm thinking
No,
like
I know,
like a blender.
Yeah.
Like we don't like think about those a stove.
Well, because you know why? Because it's
Someone
so
really did
far
that.
advanced now, where it's like when it becomes the norm.
Right.
It's like
It's
nothing.
like,
Like now we don't even. Oh, whatever.
It's like, yeah, you should have that. You know what I mean?
That's scary to think about. Like, some things just becoming the normal and just advancing
and advancing like nothing.
But that's
but that's what makes humans great. We have to.
That's
we like are capable of doing that and just moving. Like it's like, oh wow.
That's what it is, man. Let's get it into it.
Oh yeah.
All right, listen. So you know the drill. Oh no, I don't know if you know the drill. So listen, you pick one of the stickers. You wear it like you mean it, and then after that, under the sticker they have a topic under there. That's the topic that you're gonna be talking about.
Okay.
Easy, right? All right. So at will, you guys can pick. Take a little wink. Boom. What you got?
I got trending.
Trending. What you got?
Jaden Smith
Oh.
talks about the Tyler Creator.
He got entertainment.
Yeah,
Listen,
got entertainment.
we're gonna let him take the floor. Listen. Talk about it.
Yo, that was so wild. Did you all see that?
I was very uncomfortable. I'll leave it at that.
I was uncomfortable because like he was, Jaden was just like, yo, this is my boyfriend, and Tyler just like, nah, he's like probably talking to some white guy because his preference is white guys, you know what I mean?
Yo.
And he just like let him have it. And he was like, yo, if you guys, if there's anything that you could take from this, like, yo, he's my boyfriend, and that's final. And it definitely was really uncomfortable and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Jaden Smith definitely has that like creative, like out there, like vibes. I mean, it's kind of, I'm not really like surprised that he would say that, but it was just like still kind of surprising at the same time. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this except for Tyler the Creator and Jaden Smith. They're like two of my favorite artists. Like I just really like mess with their like creative energy and everything like that. They're just so talented.
You know what, man? We can pass that rock, man. You want to go?
Yeah, I'm just going.
Whoa, easy, Tiger. Go ahead.
Like, I don't know what's more uncomfortable. Like, okay, I get it. What if it is? All right, it's just uncomfortable. Like, how many people? Imagine that you're someone you cool whatever with, or if you aren't or whatever, you know, because like now I think we've gotten to a point with homophobia and all that stuff that it's like the norm. And I don't know, with Jaden Smith, it just catches me like, is this a shock thing? Is this a real thing? Like, what's going on? Like, because, like, now things are clout chasing, so now you don't know what to take from this. Like, that's how I look at it. I'm like, bro, like, where does this... This is kind of really random. And then I saw some things on, like, Facebook where, like, people were talking kind of about it. And it's true. It's like, where the hell is this coming from? Like, just like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially with Will Smith being so prevalent now and in the media more and more and more. It's like, where the fuck is this coming from? Like, is this attention to go this way and get away from that? Like, the mom's doing the show. I just don't know what to even take from it. It's like, you just said that. And, like, that's really awkward. Like, it sounded like a pin drop in the concert. It was like, and then when you go backstage, is it awkward? Like, what do you do now? Like, what's a more awkward moment than that for you? That's what I look at it as. I'm like, this is just crazy.
Dude, to add on to that, man, it was definitely weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no matter however you put it, it was one of those things where you're just sitting there like, yo,
this is weird.
What the fuck is going on? Like, yo, if I was in the audience, I was like, yo, who's saying got you? Like, you know what I mean? It was that awkward, but he seemed pretty sure. He was seeming very determined, like, yo, that's my motherfucking boyfriend. And I'm like,
but then there was a laugh after, and it was just like,
no. It was a laugh after.
Weird.
But then he was like, yo, fire marshal said back up. But yo, I don't know what y'all took from it. That's my boyfriend. I'm like, you went over it again? So you proofread it.
And you send it.
And then you're like, okay. Sending it, and then you know how Gmail says, "Yo, are you sure you want to send it?
You didn't send a subject."
Yeah, it says subject, and then he was like,
"Subject,
resend."
Yo, like, what are you doing? Send.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's crazy
it was
is you
weird.
talking about like when like the farm or whoever came over, it was like, oh, like, you know, you guys gonna push back or else we're gonna cancel the show. It's like, yo, like, I wasn't even hearing what he was saying because I'm still processing this in my mind, like, you know what I mean, to like think about it. Like, and he wasn't, and he was just like, send.
It was just like, you know what I mean? Like Clinton said, like, you know what I mean? It was one of those things where, like, you know, both parents being much more involved in the media now, it was definitely a head scratcher, and it was just like, wait a minute,
Right.
Did someone go over this with him like before? Like,
It's
did
just,
the PR rep?
like, what's a more uncomfortable moment? Give me another uncomfortable moment.
Nah.
I guess because
that's
it's like
fucking-
kind of like.
I think that's the top one.
That's
That's like what the fuck, like
yo, bro.
you could have went about this a whole different way, bro.
I feel like people are still like learning to accept, you know, just in terms of like having like a boyfriend, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like
No, I don't feel like it wasn't the fact that people don't accept it, but it was like a shock.
it was just like,
You know what I mean?
is this for publicity? Like what the fuck?
You know what I mean?
Because it's so
or if
random.
it was like to add on to it, like that it was like a false claim or like you know what I mean? It's just like
I don't
now
know,
what if he
man.
says, "Oh, this was a joke"? What the
nah,
like?
player, you can't do that.
You just made that
Jaden,
uncomfortable.
you can't do that. You can't say that this is a joke after. You can't say like, nah, it's like JK, LOL.
Because and I think that
afterwards.
what
fuck
if
that.
like that was like they weren't comfortable coming out. Like it does take courage for people to come out, which is fine. That's cool, but like it's kind of like the whole thing with like the transsexual thing that we had to vote on.
Right.
That was really
the
like
bathrooms,
the bathrooms, right?
Yeah.
And like people, there was two sides, obviously, and this is in Massachusetts, everyone, for our out-of-state people. But we had to vote on something like that. That was just completely uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Like, why am I having to vote on something like this? Like, this is crazy. We're even having this conversation.
Right.
And the people were making uncomfortable with it, and the fact that like now we're to that point in the world too. It's like, so like even that's why it's like it's such a weird vibe with this whole thing happening. You're like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like how this is feeling. So I don't know. There's things like that.
It's weird, man.
Man, knock yourself out, player.
Sweet. Thank you.
What we got for break, Clinton?
What we got? Thanksgiving is the do's and don'ts at other people's houses, and do you attend multiple houses? What are the do's and don'ts? Like, do's and don'ts, like you show up, you just grab a plate, you don't say hi. Like, I feel like that's a don't. I feel like you do, like, if the mom talks to you or the friend or the cousin, you gotta, like, engage in conversation at someone's house.
Listen,
like,
guys,
you ever been there? I was like, oh,
you guys
man.
gotta really pay attention to this because Thanksgiving is this week.
Yo,
people.
this is live. Like,
this is this
show.
week, people. Like, so
This is what we've been waiting for all
like no
year.
bullshit. Like we've been prepping ourselves like diets and
That's
cleansing
over.
and all
That's
that.
over.
Yo, it's showtime.
This is the
Stuffing,
game.
cranberry, we going at it.
This is the championship.
But no
right
bullshit, you're right. Like, my thing is like, you go to any Thanksgiving dinner, I don't give a fuck, family, friend, significant other, you have to bring an item. Like,
Oh.
I don't give a fuck.
That's a must. I'm gonna go with that.
You know what I mean? You can
I'ma go
default.
with that.
You can default with the pie, but
Pie is default.
that's default. Because there's going to be a stack of pies.
Wine and pie are default. I feel like those
I
are
don't know,
default.
though.
If you got a bottle of wine, you came with something. It wasn't that expensive, but it was something.
But no
I
one's
thought
going to drink it.
that's the point.
If you bring some Chardonnay,
There you go.
ain't going to, no one's going to drink it.
You gotta bring a what's it called, Moscato or something.
You got to bring something like that. But you no one's going to drink it.
I think what's funny too is like when a new significant other comes into the mix with like the family, and it's just like whether it be like yours
that?
or like someone else, you know what I mean? It's
When
like,
an aunt asks, "Who's that?
like,
Who's that?"
that's
That's
turkey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then is that weird? Is just that look?
Hey nephew, I'm going like yo.
shit,
I'm
you ain't gonna be here next
nephew.
year.
Yeah. And then you got the aunt and the uncle that, the aunt. It's usually the aunt that
Always.
Like, so she don't talk.
I've had that
I
one.
don't know. Like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
She says it in front of
Yeah,
everything.
I like.
That's on like some Jaden like Tyler on the level
Oh.
of like
Yeah,
awkwardness.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like
Have there ever been tension at the like? You ever had tension with someone at the friend's Thanksgiving? Like you go to the friend's Thanksgiving and there's someone else there that you got some tension with, like her cousin or some shit. Like some.
I feel like
I
that's
ain't never had that. I've heard of it, but I never had it.
I feel like with every family, there's always gonna be that one individual like,
Oh, you're here.
He's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
you're here.
always.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah.
How many houses do y'all
You know
live?
what I mean? Oh, how many houses? It depends. Like, you know, I feel you know what?
I feel like three's
I'm
my
not
max.
gonna lie.
I
I'm
don't
not
do
gonna
more than
lie.
three. I can't do more than three.
As I'm getting older,
Yeah.
the houses
That's what they
bro.
decline.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's why I said 3.
When I was a young youth, I was like,
6,
you know what?
7, we
6,
there.
I was hot. I was staying
there.
at a house for no more than 45 minutes.
I'm out. Wow. I'm in. Plate. I'm gone.
Boom, I'm out of here. Yo, take care. I'm going to see you. Have fun.
Oh, you just want to stop by real quick, say what up?
Yo, what's up?
Be good for the month of December with all the leftovers.
Yo,
I'll be
good.
hitting plates like this. Boom, boom, boom.
Carrying out with your friends.
Yeah, but now it's just like, bro, I'm not trying to drive nowhere.
Nah, I'm tired after the second.
We getting old.
Yeah, I'm tired after that second play. You start getting shaky. Like
You get that itis.
Yo, the
And
itis,
then-
that's why you can't eat at the other
You
houses.
can't.
That's why you eat
But
that first house.
but you gotta prep yourself though.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know what you got. You gotta know where is that gonna be that limit to be like, yo, this is gonna put me to sleep.
Sleep.
Right.
Like you gotta stay away from cornbread. Cornbread's last. You guys, pie, cornbread, anything with starch, people.
Yo, mashed
stay away
potatoes
from.
are
mashed.
Oh my
Listen,
god!
one scoop. Keep it moving. It looks good. It's great, but you gotta keep it moving. Mac and cheese. Listen, one square.
Man, that's like
one
the whole
square.
thing right
That's
there.
heavy.
One
That's
square.
heavy.
That's
That's like the
Nah,
main...
but it can't even be one square. It gotta be a half of a half.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they cut that big square.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
No, you like put some of that back.
Yeah.
Put some of that back.
That's wild.
Yo,
But
you gotta cut that.
But you gotta
You gotta know what it is.
If you're gonna be house hopping.
See, I've always been just one.
Just one?
place.
One
yeah.
and done?
One and
Oh,
done.
you like a
But
freshman
it's
in college
lit,
now?
but it's
No
crazy.
bullshit.
It's like crazy lit though.
See,
Damn,
if one is lit,
Damn,
that's a
sound-
good
It
destination.
sounds like you be having like chocolate fountains and.
He said, yo,
it be
man.
lit.
Hey, my-
do y'all want to come through?
At the
My
party.
grandmother don't play on the black side. I'm white and black, bro. So
They-
the
they
grandmother
just-
don't play on the
This
black
looks like
side.
Mickey Mouse.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Half black, half white.
I saw something the other day that actually
Yo,
made
the
me laugh.
Instagram
Think about
handle
that.
half black Zach.
No bullshit.
No way, bro. Hold on, I gotta show you.
You see, there was some movie that was like, they was asking a white dude, he was like, yo, I'm perfect black dude. He was like, yo, is mac and cheese a side or a meal? Like, that was on the...
No bullshit, he does.
Yeah.
Yo, but you know what's funny? I did a music video for Maystar. Shout out Maystar, but he was like, yo, I didn't even know you were black, bro. I was like,
Light
damn.
skin.
Yo, he's like,
I'm about to
Light
just cancel it all. I'm about to just
You
cancel.
like Logic. You got the Logic?
Yo, for
You
real,
got
I
the
got the
Logic?
Logic. Yo, I come out with the album.
Yeah, you
They
come out with the
They
album.
come out with the like just like society album about like racism and
No bullshit.
you know what I mean.
That's it.
That's all you gotta do.
And make a song about something, just something that goes negative. That's it. Mental
no
health.
bullshit, nigga.
Something.
I remember when I first met the South African, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah. I met one too. I was like,
You're
you're
from Africa. I'm like,
no. What part? Because I know a part of that is really
It's like-
dark. Like,
It's
black
like,
folk.
it's like, is that a state?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's a new state. Yeah.
Johannesburg? My man.
All right.
I'm like, my
And they all have the
man.
accent. And you're like,
That's so funny.
No
from
bullshit,
Africa.
yo. I was like, wow.
you hit him with the pound, you have a different respect. You're like, my guy.
Yo, I see you.
Yep. It's
I see you.
South Africa, like, okay. All right. Is there another one that surprises you besides that one?
South Africa, you know what I mean? That was a bigger surprise. But other than that, nah.
Nothing else really surprises you, right?
I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, we're all going to be surprised at different races, but my other biggest surprise was probably when I went to Spain, and then there was people speaking better Spanish than me. And
That's
I was like,
uncomfortable.
hold the fuck
That's
up. Hold on.
uncomfortable.
Where you from? Tokyo. No, you're not. No, you're not. Like, full-blown Asians speaking better Spanish than me, and I was like, bro, you're gonna have to slow it down.
That's crazy.
You're gonna have to slow it down. And like, it's crazy because when you see all of these different races and they're speaking fluent languages from that area, it's just like, what?
But I feel like Asians have the best.
Who taught
of it all? You go to Jamaica, Asians are there. Like you go I think that's the only race of people that I can say.
But no, but
like
my thing is
that,
just
with
like,
that.
yo, but like in Europe, it's so many different races. It's so diverse where you got Indians, you got Hispanics, you got all these people where they're speaking multiple languages.
Yeah, right.
And you're
That's-
sitting
that
there,
is-
you're like,
It's like Surgeon Walker.
It seems like that's like the only other place, like just like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. That's like kind of like has that.
It's like the mixture.
Yeah, it has that.
You know, you got
like
France,
that.
you got all of that
Like
stuff,
us,
and that's
really.
just crazy.
Yeah, anybody that speaks that many crazy languages, you're like, damn, that's a talent you wish you had. Like, but that
Shit.
melting pot is, I mean, damn, Americans, we really think English is like the language. We're like, oh, you need to learn English.
Well, it is.
It's the language here. It's the language here.
It's the most primary language in the world.
Is it? Over Spanish?
Yes.
No
it's English
way.
and Spanish.
Wow.
Then French.
Okay,
people, man. Listen, I got sports. Oh, my God.
It's been a lot.
I got a lot to talk about, man. All right. First things first, Dez Bryant out for the year. Wow. That was fast. Like, he got signed within a week. He got injured within 2 days. And now he's out for the year. Torn Achilles. Wow. Like, I was at shock. I feel really bad for him. Like, you know what I mean? He really trying to make a start a new whole era somewhere else. And I think, you know what I mean, possibly, I think New Orleans might win the chip this year. Second of all, we was talking about it earlier. Le'Veon Bell sits out for the year. I commend that man. Not only because, you know what I mean, it's you know what I loved about the whole thing about him sitting out is the whole fact that, you know what, he said it is not about the money. He pretty much said it's not about the money, it's the principle. And I respect people that rather take the respect than the check. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing about it. You know what I mean? And I think the whole thing stemmed off of the whole Todd Gurley getting his contract for the max contract and that big ass contract. He was like, yo, bro, I put up $2,000 in yards previous season, bro. Throw me something. Y'all giving me this whole ass money and all this extra shit. And I feel like, you know what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him for being angry and upset at that organization. You know what? If they value his talent and him as a person, you know, they'll give that man his money. Talk.
Good Lord. A lot has happened. I feel horrible for Dez Bryant, man. Seeing him get hurt, like, he was trying, he was working hard. Like, it's just, you know what the worst part about that whole thing is? Like, I see people online laughing, and I'm like, yo, do you know how, like, sad that is? Like, imagine being in them shoes. You was like, you didn't have a job, then now all of a sudden it's like, you get an opportunity, you take the opportunity, you're like, word, everything, they give you stipulations, you're like, okay, I got a job again, you're busting your ass so hard that you get hurt, and it's all gone, and now all that money is not, like, it wasn't even a lot of money, but it was, he worked so hard, and it just kind of went to shit that quick, like, goddamn, and they were going to be a great team this year, actually, I'm not going to even lie, like, I have hope in them, I still do, but God, that was sad. And then as for Le'Veon, man, $14 million is $14 million. Like me and Zach was talking about earlier. When we had that conversation. I get it. I respect it. Know your worth. I'm glad. But damn, $14 million is still $14 million. I don't care who you are, you can say it. It's not about, fuck all that. You could have got $14 million and pulled the Kawhi Leonard and been like, nah, I got my own doctor. I'm not playing. You could have pulled anything. Nah, I'm not going to treat. I need treatment. My knee. I need the, you know what I'm saying? And I get the respect. I respect that he is standing by what he means, but damn, $14 million is still $14 million. And you could do a lot with $14 million. It's better, shit, would you rather have it or not have it?
I'd rather have it.
Exactly. So that's my only naysay about all that. That's the only thing I say, but
I think he's, like I said before, I think he's trying to change the game. I think he's trying to change the whole dynamic. I mean, he's not just a running back. He's catching balls out of the backfield. He's doing it. He's an all-purpose back. So it's like the dude's got to get paid. You know what I mean?
It's just
and
nuts.
I feel like I think Pittsburgh did him dirty too. I think that they have more belief in Brown, and Brown is unreal.
and then
nasty,
Connor
you know what I mean?
Connor fucking gets his little thing.
And
Now he's out.
I think he has a concussion.
Yeah, I think he has a concussion.
He'll be probably still play, which is still crazy.
Yeah.
But
they'll get another back
he
to
gets
cheat.
cleared.
I also think it's
he
crazy
gets
to
back.
just bring up in conversation, like, what has that done, or where does it stand in the NFL, like, to have, like, a running back? Like, what does that mean anymore?
Nothing.
What does it
The
mean?
position shouldn't even exist. It feels like, well, I mean, Gurley. There's like a couple of running backs that were like, wow, like Kamara.
Like, you know what I mean? Well,
and
think
all
about
that.
it. Think about it. Like, you know how you seen how the fullback position damn near disappeared.
Yeah, I saw
And you know what
fullback
I mean?
catch.
So-
I saw a fullback catch a touchdown. I forget what fullback it was. I was like, oh shit, he got a touchdown. I'm like, oh.
And that's what it was. Like,
Oh,
you know
wow.
what I mean?
Right.
It was one of those things
Like-
where the whole position got, like, deleted.
The game
Right,
is
like the
basically
dude from
changed.
the dude from the Bucks, Mike Allslaught.
Oh,
Yeah,
Remember
also,
him?
remember we remember
Yeah,
him.
that's-
But he
that-
was like a beast in our time. He got touchdowns.
That
after.
ground and pound in
Yeah.
the NFL
Yo.
is that just
That was the last time. I think that was the
Gridiron,
last great. No, Neil from the Chargers was pretty solid.
Lorenzo Neal was solid.
Lorenzo was alright.
Lorenzo Neal was solid. He had a lot of time. But besides that, I mean, we don't really see it. Like it's crazy like that. I feel like it's just gonna switch the position. It's gonna essentially phase out. Like who the hell's gonna want to play running back?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, Gurley's doing a great job, and so is Kamara. But fuck, it's just like you're getting screwed every time, and you're not even getting paid. All right, let's see what I have here. Since politics is becoming like a TV show now, do we even take it serious, or do you even look at it the same? And why? I guess. I mean, it's a fucking TV show, man.
You know what I mean? Like, politics is always gonna be politics. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know,
Should we appreciate it more though?
nah, I feel like it's a drama. It's a drama. It's a new children's hospital.
Do we think it works?
It's a new one life to live.
You think it works?
It's media.
Man.
I
You know
think
what
it's
I mean?
I think it's just crazy what our president is capable of and what he's done and just like what like
It's every day is like a new chapter, bro. I
just
feel like
what
every
he
day is like,
tweets, it's like yo
it's like a TV
I don't
show.
know if you can be saying that, bro, but like yo
It's like a TV
He's
show.
wild.
Like, think about it. I was like, he told the dude, I don't like you either. After he kicked the old boy out. Like,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
was it someone from like
CNN.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be like, what type of shit is this, bro? This is crazy.
But
Yo, you can't tell me like, damn, how many presidents we seen in our lifetime? And even if you go back, you've never seen nothing. Like, dudes is getting indicted. Like, this is...
yeah, like, it's you know what's crazy though? It's crazy to the point where we've went through the most two-term presidents. Like, you know what I mean? Went through Bill Clinton 2 terms, Obama 2
Bush,
terms,
2 terms.
Bush 2 terms.
that's why.
Yeah.
It's
Two
fucking
terms.
It's like
wild.
every other
Like,
one is a
you know what I
good
mean?
one.
Like,
Every other one is one that works for us. It's like, all right, so
You know
y'all
what I
got
mean?
this
Like,
one.
it was
so
cool.
we'll get the next one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like
it's
that.
crazy, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like, to come back on politics, it's like people don't like change, yo. Like, people like, you know what? They're just so, fuck it. Our lights are on. Food's on the table. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, though? So it's one of those things where it's so weird, like, nowadays, where it's just like, with the whole thing with politics, you know what I mean? They're making it a whole fucking reality show once again. Like, they're opening it every day, like you said, there's something new. Something new is going on. Something new is trending. Everything.
Like, they were having trials. Like, are you kidding me? I've never, like, bro, this is like a real, like, your top guy's having a trial, your other guy's testifying that. It's like, when does it stop?
Yeah, it's never gonna stop, man, until someone's out of office and someone now they're gonna reflect back on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
He'll be remembered forever. This is for damn sure. You can't say we won't remember Trump. That's the one thing I
Trump
like.
might be like, right now it's still probably Nixon as being probably the worst ever. Like, people still
You're gonna say
hate
Nixon?
him.
Yeah.
People still hate him to this day. Like,
Yeah,
they're
people
like,
hate
yo,
Nixon.
because Nixon fucked up with Vietnam War. Like, he fucked that up. Yeah, he dropped the fucking ball. Like, that was it for him. Like, but you know what I mean? With him, that was his major thing. Like, and
They all have a major thing.
like, but you know what I mean? Like, but my thing is just like, whoever takes office next is now going to clean up the person leaving.
Do we always feel like it's a cleanup job though?
Well, whoever doesn't believe in it, like, you know what I mean? And that's what I've noticed with politics. It's like, I voted, and
I hope we
whatever.
did. We all vote? Did we all
Yes.
vote? I
Yeah.
voted. You voted.
So, but my thing is just like,
Wish I saw
now,
this sticker.
now it's
Right
just
there.
kind of like, it's kind of like what you call it. It's kind of like nowadays. It's like if that person that you voted for didn't do the things that they said, you're like, fuck that person. That dude's trash.
I feel like a lot of them never follow up on their promises.
They never do
because
like,
they wanna push this agenda, or like they wanna portray themselves as something that they're not, to make sure that people vote for them or what have you. You know what I mean? But then people still like them enough to be able to like, oh, get out of there. You know.
And everyone's going for that. Everyone's going for the. And I noticed Trump's agenda is like to go for the no one's ever done it. That's his agenda. Oh, no one's ever done it. No one's ever tried to reach agreement with North Korea. Like, no one's ever tried to do that. No one's trying to do this. Like, you know what I mean? He's trying to be that person that is the first to do it. Like, to, you know what I mean? And I get it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, you know, being the president of the United States, you just have to have more class.
I think that's the bigger.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? And that you know, it's okay to have jokes. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be a human, but with a little class.
Like Obama. Like, I mean, he had jokes sometimes, but he wasn't like the craziest serious guy.
And that's what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? With Bill Clinton. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time,
that's
it was
a
whole.
Yeah, that's it's a tough one.
That's a, but no, but you know what I mean? With Bill Clinton, you know, I did, you know, like the whole thing, you know.
He had some messed up stuff he did, though. If you really looking at Bill Clinton, he did some fucked up shit, man. He's the one who made, you know, ISIS and all that shit. He helped with that.
Yeah, but then again, like,
he helped with Osama bin Laden. Like, and that's the part I think we tend to not see.
But then again, was it? We never look at it as, was it at that time he was trying to do that? You know what I mean?
What was the outcome? What was the outcome?
You created an animal.
I think
and that's
so crazy that we funded that, and it just seemed like on the news that they portrayed that we weren't a part of it. But I went to school and college and just like learned that
we were definitely part of that.
No, we definitely was a part of a lot of shit. Like
a lot of fucked up things.
Of course, like JFK. Of course, he was beloved by everything.
Yes,
he was beloved by everybody,
and he was.
Oh my God,
he was vicious.
He did some fucked up shit.
Yeah, he was vicious.
But at the same time, like, you know what I mean? Like, but then again, you know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't seem like a bad, like you said, it doesn't seem like a bad idea at the time. But then later, it does end up rearing its ugly head. So the decisions we make, I guess, can never be really foreseen because it could change at any point.
No, you're right.
That's like the best way to look at it in this light.
What you got?
Trending.
Oh
man, this dude, man, we just talked about him. This dude Trump, he's leading the bullshit again. It just doesn't stop with this guy, man. Melania's pissed. They're saying she's staying on the east side of the fucking White House. I'm mad these are even topics that like are concerning us. But then it's like we find out some other fucked up shit that's going on with Trump. And we're like I said, we're just so used to this movie. And it's so negative. Like, it's like, all right, so she's mad about Trump doing something. And, like, it's always just like, it can't just be like a nothing. We didn't hear nothing about the president. Oh, the president went to go play, golf this week. You know what I mean? Like, we don't, remember Obama? We'd be like, oh, Obama is seen helping a little girl tie shoes, or he went to go see kindergartners and read today. Like, we would see shit like that. We wouldn't hear of testifying and just insanity. Like, I wonder, like, the other countries, like, they say the world is laughing at us, right? Like, I am so nervous to go to the other side of the country and see what people are like to another country and see what they say about us. Like what they really think of Americans. Like, because at this point, this Trump thing has become just a circus, and you're like, yo, what the hell can happen next? That's literally how we're looking at it. And even with Melania being fiery and like they're just supporting all these activists. Well, not even activists, just activists are anti-Semitic people, and it's like, what the fuck is going on in this world? And especially with Trump being president, it's like I'm over it.
I ain't got nothing else to add on that, man. It's just it's a revolving door.
It's just over, bro.
Everyone keeps on going in circles. No one's getting off at the fucking exit.
Exactly. It's like watching the Kardashians. Yeah. Like, that's what I feel like. I'm like,
you know what's crazy too is his first year as a president, him playing golf and everything like that. It was more than Obama's in all his term.
Yeah, like, it's crazy.
Or terms or what have you. Like, that's crazy. And I think, you know what's crazy about the whole Trump thing too is I watched this in the whole Dave Chappelle. Like, you guys watch Dave Chappelle? Yeah, absolutely. So, like, what happened with that is just like how it seemed like everyone was like, oh, like there's not too much racism, whatever, like, and then it just everyone came out.
It just came out in waves.
And it was like, it was cool to like
be racist,
say the N-word, and like, you know what I mean? It was cool to like
dudes
have
had Confederate
different
flags,
groups, and like
fighting at rallies, like calling the police on, like it's gotten
crazy. And like, I don't want to call it a good thing, but maybe one day it could be considered a good thing because, like, just Dave Chappelle was talking about, like, with the whole, I forget what trial this was, but the black kid who got falsely accused back in the day of, you know, touching a girl's butt or, like, sexually assaulting, like, you know, and then he got hung or what have you. Like,
Emmett Till, he's on Emmett Till.
Yes. And just, like, with that whole thing going on, it's like, dang, like maybe we like bring it out to solve it, and maybe this is something that eventually gets solved, but it just seems like it's like too much.
It's just like a bad show. It's like, fuck, man. I don't even watch the news at this point. I've tried not to watch the news, but then
it's so sad.
Repetitive.
Yeah, it's repetitive.
It's very repetitive. Like, and then that's what it comes down to. Like, you know what I mean? It's a fucked up situation. Like, and I don't know.
And then you add like his wife is like fighting with him. You're like, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, at least just hold something together.
Yeah, like
hold something together.
They can't even hold a fort together.
Like, come on, bro.
They can't even hold a fort
together. It's always
together.
something negative, but it is what it is. Well, this is early, but with the new year approaching, are we over the whole new year, new me? And does anybody really change?
Damn.
When they say that statement.
You know what? I'm taking another drink on this one, man, because you know, and I'm gonna have to serve Mr.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yo, I didn't want to. Yeah.
He's over here being shy, people.
Yo.
Zach's out here being shy, man. So anybody that
gonna drive home.
If you meet Zach, just make sure you just pour him something.
We Uber.
Yeah, we Uber, yo. We don't drink and drive out here, people. Listen, I do agree with the whole thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times is now like, salute everybody. Salute. I do feel like a lot of this whole New Year shit, it's a fad for certain people. I'm not going to say that for everybody, but you know what I mean? I feel like live by your shit. Like, you know what I mean? If you say you're going to do something, you do something. Like, you know what I mean? Don't set these, I don't want to say unrealistic, but don't set goals that it's not attainable.
You're not going to follow up on.
You know what I mean? And that's my thing. Like, you know what I mean? I tell Clinton all the time, like, yo, fuck it. Like, I give myself the excuse of being like, why can't you do that, eh? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? And that's what it is. A lot of people, they'll psych themselves out of shit. You know what? Next year, I'm not going to do this. Next thing you know, you're doing it. Well, you know, and then you make excuses on why you did it. Like, you know what I mean? That's not, you know what I mean? I say that's, you know, a lot of mental weakness, you know, on a first hand, but at the same time, it's just a lot of people, they'll go through the same shit and do it all over all the time.
Yeah.
They'll sit there and be like, yo, you know, this and this and this and that. Oh, I want to do this. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then they don't follow through with it.
Right. I was just having a conversation with my buddy at the gym. I was kind of complaining about the squat racks that we had at WOW. Because there's like 3 there, and like 1 there's a bench under it, and you can't do any squats or whatever. And he's like, yo, just wait till the new year, new me people come in. And I'm like, yo.
Because it's after January 1st, you know, them gym memberships, they all of a sudden full.
They leave by
Boy, I'm going to be pushing that weight this year.
You know what I mean?
It's right after Thanksgiving.
And that's with everything, though. and that's with everything. Like, I don't know how, like, you ended up getting into, you know, filming and all that stuff, like, what inspired you and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, you sat there and you was like, you know what, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and then you fully invested yourself into doing that. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they don't take accountability to do that with themselves, like, you know what I mean? Or it could be something minute, like, and I tell people all the time, like, start with small goals, bro. Like, start with small, attainable goals.
Start with small goals, but don't stop dreaming big. I think that's the trick.
And that's what it is. And I said,
the trick.
I told
Check it off the list.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I want, like, my goal for next year is to enter in a film festival. Like, I want to create a short film, and like, I already wrote a script for it. So like, that's my goal, is to create a short film, to you know, to be able to send to like the Boston International Film Festival, whatever the film festivals out there. But that's my personal goal. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, it's just kind of like, yo, hey, you don't have no excuse on why not you can't do it.
Right.
It's not about it being the greatest. You know what I mean? Everybody wants your work to be great, but at the end of the day, it's about a goal to do. You're like, you know what? I did it.
Two things. One, we definitely need to work together for sure.
We definitely will.
2000%.
Guys,
Collabo.
don't listen to our conversation right now.
But two, just in terms of like goal setting, and I just feel like you gotta write it down every single day. You gotta remind yourself.
Check it off the list.
On my computer, I go in. You know, I have my notes up. Delete it for the day. Bang. Next day, in there. I'm gonna DM 10 people. I'm gonna email 10 people. I'm gonna finish this edit. I'm gonna launch a video. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I be telling them. I template shit. Yeah, I template shit, like, where I'm like, yo, I know I'm gonna repetitively do certain things. Like, I'm like, okay, you know what? Hey, you know you got to do that again.
Right.
Here, boom, template it.
Mm-hmm.
Insert here, insert it. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It saves the workload, but
time.
It's gonna. It saves time, but it's going to get you closer to reaching your goal, whatever goal that you have attainable. So you know what I mean. When it comes down to back to people saying that, you know what I mean, new year, new me shit.
I get over it.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Just keep being a better you. You don't have to be a new you. It's just be better than what you are.
No, be a realistic.
Be real, yeah, but be real. But you have to be real. You also got to be better. Like, you have to do better. Like, and I tell people all the time, it's me and you always have that conversation. Like, if you're scared to do something, that's the thing you should do.
Right.
Always. I don't like it's always because that's when you're really scared and you're gonna grow. You're like, fuck. You're like, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm scared. And then it works. And then when it works, you're like, oh shit. And then that's when you continue to be better and growth.
And that's what it is.
But then you gotta grow that. You know what I mean?
And you're right. A lot of times we don't like doing new things. We don't like learning new things.
No, and that's the coolest thing.
And you know, and I can relate to you a lot because where, you know, we both do editing. There's some things like you just have a go-to. All right, I'm doing this music video. I'm gonna do this like this.
Right.
And you can see it in all your videos. It's kind of like
it's like a little stamp that you can.
Yeah, see. It's like Swiss Beats. It's like Swiss Beats. It's like Neptunes. You could hear their little thing that they do, like you
without them yelling on the track.
Exactly, you can hear. You're like, oh, listen to Neptunes.
Like,
because you already know in your head. You're like, yo, they do this normally. This like Neptunes do this futuristic thing.
Absolutely.
So you know what I mean. So you have little things that you're just known for, where you just have your little footprints on there, but we're so comfortable using it where we don't want to change that.
Right. I think that's what's great about working with other people too, because I mean, and just in that last music video I did, there's just so many. I've made so many effect edits that I do the effects, but like sparingly, and like not to like slap you in the face with it, but like he like wanted it with that, and like for that video it was perfect. But yeah, like it made me like for the next one I can finesse harder, like,
and that's what it's saying.
You know
it opens your mind.
It does open your mind.
It opens your mind to just newer doors and open up just new paths, and that's what it comes out to.
Facts.
And that's what it is. What's that? Let me pass it. Hey, okay, what we got? What we got on that first one?
Business.
Business. Boom. We got 2 minutes to talk about business. Let's do it. What do we got? Kellogg.
What's up with that, man?
Exploring Keebler, man. Selling this shit.
Damn.
Yo, our greatest, like, treats growing up. Lego My Eggo. Fruit roll-up. All gonna be gone.
They out there trying to sell it.
They trying to sell that to
They
someone.
trying to sell
but
it.
no one's gonna pick that
Yo,
portfolio up.
You hear this, people? Kellogg's is trying to sell our beloved fruit snacks.
Yes. This is nuts.
And our cabinet treats.
But to be fair, it's a good business move. It's a good business move.
Well,
I hate to say it.
It's
475 million. They say.
But you know what I mean. My thing is, it's like it's an evolving industry. Like, you know what I mean. And you know, not even to go off subject, but you know, I think about how many snacks we had back then versus now.
You had some snacks,
Bruh.
boy.
And you know what I mean. I understand there's
zebra cakes.
But like we had.
Oh man, I want
a selective fruit. Like we had a selected group of snacks. Like we this is it. Right here.
Usher Gushers or whatever.
Cinnabons.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops.
Yup.
Fruit roll-ups. Zebra cakes, tiger cakes.
Yep.
Gushers.
What?
Wafers.
And
And that's it. Show's over. Maybe
everything else was like homeboy chips and bullshit.
Yeah, everything with like Chips Ahoy and all that.
The ruffle bag boys.
Yo, Keebler cookies are bomb, bro. The elves. Tell me not.
With the chocolate on the
bottom.
like
the colored chocolate, the red green joints. They came out for Thanksgiving. They came out for the Christmas. Yo,
with the little white dude.
Yeah, the little Keebler elf, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But now, bro, there's a lot. You know what it is? It's healthy, bro.
I hate to
it's healthy, bro.
I was gonna say that.
Healthy. Listen,
I was gonna say that.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie, yo. Yo, listen, them snacks.
We on that healthy kick now. The world's on a healthy kick.
Organic
this, organic that.
Non-GMO.
No GMOs, no carbs, no God damn.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
I'm sad though. I am sad.
I'm not.
It's an end of an era. That's why. It's an end of an era.
End of a super era.
That was like a good run. That was a majority of our childhood.
What we got?
World news.
Woo!
Did y'all hear about this damn pink legacy diamond?
Oh my god.
It's 19 carats.
Listen.
19 carats.
19 carats, people.
What what? Listen, I saw the pictures of it. I was like, good lord.
Listen,
why do you need that many carats? And what was the purpose? Who was the asshole?
Listen, we got the link below in the description, but listen, you gotta take a look at
this ring.
This ring is
pink
crazy.
lemonade.
Can we pull it up quick?
Yeah. Yo, look at
that.
Pink legacy diamond. Crazy. Sold for $50 million, people.
$50 million.
$50 million.
One ring.
Listen, boo-boo, we're not getting married.
No.
We're not getting married.
Yo, okay. Did he buy that for a side chick, you think, whoever bought it?
No,
the dude who bought it?
You don't buy that for a side
Well,
chick.
it's a Genevieve.
Nah, you put that shit in the
Genevieve.
collection. You put that shit in the back fucking room.
So,
you put
let me get this straight. You buy the ring to put it in a
password, bro.
Does that make sense, though?
Yep.
With money? No. I don't even think rich people think that was a smart thing.
Yo, that shit's pink lemonade, people.
But Ash, listen to what you said.
You
take it and you go put it in a vault with a 25-digit
Ain't no one
password.
wearing that. Ain't no one wearing that every day.
Ash,
no one's wearing that every day.
Why would that not be like in a museum?
You ain't wearing it. Think about it like this real quick. You really think the average person go put 50 million on their finger,
Ash,
bro?
That's like this being on my finger all
Factos.
the time.
Factos. Okay.
That is nuts. For what?
My G. Hold on, hear me out.
He said, "No, don't do that. Don't do my G.
Hear me
my
out.
guy. My guy.
My guy. Listen.
My guy.
50 million on your finger.
Ooh.
Who you walking around with?
Security.
And you walking around with? You walking around with Delta Force.
Yo,
fuck that. Yo, you ain't walking dolo.
So what was the point of buying it?
You put that shit. You put that shit in the back room.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was the point of? No one can see it.
I think that just goes into.
You know what? I'm doing dark for that.
I think that just goes into the engagements and everything like that. Just like, yo, spend your money on something else. Like, you know what I mean? It's
on something like there's fires in California. You could have spent that money on some shit over there. Like, you could have spent it on some hungry people. You spent it on a fucking ring. no one's gonna see.
I really think some of those old habits are gonna we're gonna do away with, and we're gonna be like, yo, why were we freaking doing
But
this?
then again, people do that on paintings, so you know.
But I like it. Jewelry doesn't appreciate; it depreciates. At least art appreciates in value, bro.
Not that diamond, bro.
That's
That's pink lemonade, bro. That's just Starburst, bro. That's a Starburst.
Yo, imagine if someone stole that. What the insurance policy on that must be crazy.
Insurance policy.
They have an insurance policy on that shit.
It's like when you buy it,
What do you think the policy is a month on that?
You just buy it.
He said, "Just buy the policy. I'm buying it one time."
That's so wild.
70 million.
Nah, just do twice. I'll pay 100.
100
I'll pay 100.
Nah, I'm gonna pay that because I need that.
Pay 100.
I need-
Nigga, full 400. Yo, straight up, bro. Like, yo, fuck it, pull it 400.
That means you had 150 million you just spent on that ring,
Nah,
bro.
100, just 100.
Oh my
Just
god.
100, 250s.
Oh my
250.
god.
That's it.
I would have a heart attack. Think about that. If you had hit that $1 billion, like remember when the lottery thing was going on, and you spent that on the ring, like, and you won the lottery, and then we spent it on a ring. You don't think you would think that in your head, like, nigga, I just spent some stupid ass money? Like, do rich people not think that was like dumb?
No. Yo,
That's
listen,
crazy.
you know what?
That's crazy. To me. And they say that's a bad.
What's the saying? It ain't tricking if you got it. My
How
thing
much-
is like,
how
no,
much
because,
money?
okay, hear me out. When you go to Chipotle
I don't say
and you
nothing.
ask for
I don't
guacamole,
say-
do you say,
I blink. I'm like, nah, sure. I need that on discount. I need
you
that on discount.
fucking lying.
I need
You
that
be
on-
like this. No, you be like, I didn't ask you for the price. They be like, yo, it's $2 more.
Yo,
I didn't ask you for the price.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a moment. I had that moment. I swear.
I want more
Listen,
guac-
I swear. Wait, I gotta get this story off. Yo, I went to the mall, right? In Braintree. I just want to get this story off. Listen, I was walking, going to the mall. You know the little Thai place on the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went there, right? They had salmon. Yo, all right. I was like, all right, I'm going to be on my healthy. I was like, give me the vegetables, give me the bang bang shrimp, and then give me the salmon. He said, he put the vegetables, and then he did the shrimp. He's like, it's $1.50. I was like, and give me the salmon. He was like, oh, that's really expensive. I was like, yo, my man, if I'm asking for it, I can afford it.
Ooh,
I got I can afford it bag.
You see?
I got to take that bag. But yo, that's food at the mall. That's mad offensive, my guy. Like, bro, I can ask for that.
That's the thing, though. A lot of people, they can't swing that. A lot of people can't swing
It was $16. Come on, bruh.
The dude that went to the jewelry store, he said, I got that.
Come on, bruh.
Hey,
To ask me if I can, like, afford that, I'm like, bro, I got offended. And my man who was with me was like, yo, I heard that. I was like, yo, it was like a G check. It was like, fam, you're not going to just disrespect me over $16. Did you just do that, bro? I want the salmon. Put it in the plate. Obviously, I was like, yo, if I can afford it if I ask for it.
Listen.
That's what he basically did. He pulled one of those.
When you get to a certain level, and especially with this diamond is the ring,
That's the ring.
there was never a price. The dude went in there and said, this is gorgeous. I want it. They don't say the price. They don't do that.
You don't do
There's
this
no price tag on that.
bullshit.
They don't say, no. Hear me out. Wealthy people, when they want something. They're swiping.
I don't even think they swipe it. Here's the bank account. Just take it from there.
You think he used debit?
Nah.
That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. You think he wrote a check?
Nah, I'll do debit. I'll swipe debit.
Check.
I'll put a pin.
That's some
in
rich
there.
shit.
Right
bro.
here.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna write a check. Let me
You
get
gotta
my
write a
check. Let me get my
that
book.
check. Let me get that book.
I'll pin it.
You think he did? Oh, or you think he did Cash App?
That's fucked up.
Like, yeah, I'm
They
gonna
don't
Cash
do
App y'all right now. Hold up.
Nah, he
The
crypto-
disrespect.
crypto
Yeah, I'm gonna
currency.
crypto you right now. Let me send this Bitcoin. You good?
4 of them.
You good?
4.
What are they at right now?
I don't know.
They high though.
He said-
I know they high though. I don't know a lot about crypto. Listen, people, comment below on crypto.
No bullshit,
I don't know.
no bullshit.
I don't know
Crypto.
nothing about crypto, but I know there's money in that. I mean, we gotta
Listen,
give it
man,
credit.
we all do gotta take a shot
Yeah, one
for
more.
the California forest fires. You know what I mean?
Please,
That shit,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
shit
let me pour that for you last
Wow.
time, bro. I got
Oh,
you.
wow.
Got you.
What a gentleman.
Yeah.
What a gentleman, people. Listen.
That's a first.
Wow, that is a first.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
the drink.
feel like sir, I don't have no cash on me. I'm sorry.
Oh, talking about tipping bartenders.
Right.
What happened to that?
Nah, you said you were born than all the other ones.
I know.
So I said,
He said, "Let me get you. I got you."
I ain't no shy guy. I've only been here like 3 days.
That's like when someone questions you can drink with him. You're like, "Yo, I don't want to do this, but I'm saying I'm here." Now, shout out to all those victims. Unfortunate events to them, man. It's very sad to see. We wish you guys nothing but the best. I'm gonna donate something.
No, for you know what I mean, and it's sad. You know what I mean, to see all those entertainers lose their house.
I don't know, man. I don't know the Kanye one. I'm telling you, that's the only one that bothers me.
No. But I'm saying for the people's houses that burnt down, though.
Yeah. Did you see that Miley
Cyrus and
she lost her house,
but she donated. Something
Cyrus
happened,
and,
but
what's it called? Thor.
Oh, yeah.
She donated, or one of them donated like a lot of money to like the whole victims and everything, and their shit just burned down. You know what I mean?
But you know what I mean, and my thing is just like, we have to.
And that's a beautiful part of California too.
It's not only about like, a lot of people just think about monetary value of things, like, but a lot of things that we can't get back as memories. You know what I mean? And that's like, and it's happened to me where in terms of, you lost like a hard drive or something like that, where it's like, we don't care about the computer, but is the hard drive still working now?
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't care about the computer because we can get another one. But the hard drive, I can't get that. And that's it. You know what I mean? All that information that's in there.
My boy lost his in Puerto Rico.
Exactly. And
my boy lost his in Puerto Rico. And
you see what I'm saying? So so a lot of people have to understand that, you know what I mean? Memories are forever. Forever, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it is definitely misfortunate to lose something like that. Something that valuable. You know what I mean? So
there's no price.
There is no price. And it could be something as little as a fucking baby picture. Like, you know what I mean? That might be your only baby picture.
That's crazy to think, like, the baby pictures are gone.
That's like, sick, bro.
And if you're not digital, like, damn. Like,
that's
like, shit, it's gone, bro.
Yeah.
And that's all you can say. You're like, fuck.
Like, that, like, like your diploma. Like, there's so many things that, like, little things that we're like, damn, we're not grateful for that. Like,
and that's what it comes down to. So, like, you know what I mean? When I tell people, like, when a lot of people sit there and be like, they got money. It's not about the money, though. Yeah, it's not. It's about what was in there, though.
The value. It is value. There was value in those things in there to me that I held my heart. And it's not even a material thing. It's like, those aren't even material things. It's like, dude, those are like memories.
That's crazy.
It's sad. I feel so bad for the people in California. I'm so sorry.
No bullshit, man.
And I feel like I haven't like not understood, but like taken in what's happening until like right now. The fact that we're just like reminiscing.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and that's what it is. So like a lot of times, a lot of people just look at the overall perspective of it. Like we just think monetary. Like we think, oh my God, that computer or that thing was worth this amount of money and this was this amount of money, but we're not thinking like, because I've lost fucking hard drives. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, bruh.
It's like losing your phone.
And I'm just like, yo. And they're like, yo, maybe I was like, yo, I don't even care about the computer, bro. I'm just care about the hard drive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people don't understand that. They don't put it in perspective, though.
Baby shoes, like,
bullshit.
you ever had the bronze baby shoe with your picture? I had that. That was like, imagine that being gone. You're like, shit. Yeah. And people whose parents have passed away, like,
and that's what it comes
down
to.
Their generational stuff you don't have,
or anything that you have, like,
that's very sad.
That's close to you, like, you know what I mean. So listen, man, I commend you. You know what I mean.
Shout out to firemen. We gotta give them a big shout out.
All that stuff. Much sorry, man, for everybody that lost something valuable, lost any family ones, and all that stuff. Yeah,
all right, rest in peace.
And definitely, man. Listen, man. This week is Thanksgiving, guys. Enjoy. Listen, don't get all hyped up about the Black Friday shit. That shit's all hype. Dude.
Oh man,
that's just hype.
Oh, that's just hype. I forgot this.
Cyber Mondays the next week.
I know.
Cyber Monday.
Stay at your home.
So listen, man. Just go online, man. Just don't even waste your time just going to all these stores, and man. Just you know what I mean. Unless you really want it, man. I feel like
unless it's that important to you.
I feel like it's a big hype.
If you don't need a TV, there's no point.
Oh my God.
That's the only thing I've ever went for is a TV.
Stay home, guys.
Every time I went, it's for a TV.
Some more pie.
Yeah, get to sleep too. You gotta be there like crack of dawn.
No bullshit.
We did it one year.
No, we did. We did
it one year.
Did it a couple years.
We did it. Actually, we did it a couple years. Yeah.
Shout outs?
Yeah. Let's give some shout outs. Shout out to my man Waleed, Bijou. I want to give them a big shout out. And Teddy, he's out there. I want to shout out 6 Mil Management. Give them a big shout out. Going on with them. That's really about it.
You?
All the shout outs I got this week.
I just want to shout out my boy Maystar. We just dropped a video that's
Hey.
out. Diamonds is out. Shout out my boy Debo, Muna. We're all making big moves.
Woo.
Those are my artists right there, man. Got so much love and respect for them. Shout out my boys back in Waltham, Wash City.
There you go.
That's it, my fam. That's
Moody
it,
Street, baby. We on Moody Street, baby.
Listen, I want to shout out everybody that's, that has been watching, all the viewers, all the fans.
We appreciate you.
Opinions and Consequences. Shout out to my peoples, Wolfpack, Zethu, Kenneth. Shit, man, the list goes on. Shout out Jay, Body Fat. My homie Ricky. Damn, shit goes
It's a
on,
lot of
man.
fucking.
I feel like
Everybody's coming back for holidays too, so you know
No
you're gonna run
bullshit,
into
yeah.
everybody. You're like, shout out. So yeah.
Shout out Mel, J. Cal, man, all y'all, man. But listen, man, till next time, man, I want to thank you guys for watching another episode of Opinions and Consequences, episode 22.
22.
And I want to thank our special guest, Zach,
Thanks,
for
Zach.
coming
Thank you
out
guys so
here.
much for having
Listen,
me.
we're definitely,
Let's get it. Give
Yo,
your
man,
shit a shout
thank
out.
you,
No,
man.
definitely.
Thank you.
We're definitely going to do a collab. I'll definitely share that with you guys later in the future. But
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
oh yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe,
HBZ
like.
Media,
Yep.
HBZ Media
HBZ
on
Media.
Instagram, HBZ_media. Follow me. That's where you can see my weddings, music videos, small business videos, events, what have you. Just go check it out. It's a vibe.
Boom.
It's a
You
vibe.
heard all the information.
It's a
Hope
vibe.
you guys listen fast. Yeah, that
Yes.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yes, you gotta
listen
listen
fast.
quick.
You're right.
Gotta listen fast, you will not catch up. That's all I
But
can
listen, till next time, salutations.
Holla.